In the fall of 1990, an African American and friend told me his great-grandmother was born in 1841 and died in 1959 at the age of 118. When the Civil War started, she was 20 years old. She survived the war and remained in a town not far from Fort Pillow until her death. Another member of his family served as a valet to General Greene, who rode with General Forrest. The secrets held in trust by his family convinced me that the attack on Fort Pillow was premeditated murder. A year later, I was in Gainesville, Florida. With access to the University of Florida's research libraries, I did a search. The first piece of evidence I found indicating the attack was premeditated was the date April 12, 1864. April 12th is the anniversary date of the firing on Fort Sumter that started the Civil War. In 1991, I did not know that this discovery would lead me to the National Archives in Washington, D.C., the U.S. Army Military Institute in Pennsylvania, the Tennessee State Library and Archives in Nashville, 6 universities, numerous field trips to Fort Pillow, and field trips to 26 towns. Award-winning journalist Carol Velasquez wrote that there was 3 reasons why she wanted to publish the book, Extinguish the Flames of Racial Prejudice. 1. It has captured the essence of love and hate. 2. It is heartwarming to know of men who have risked their lives in honoring the rights and respect of African Americans. And 3. In our struggle for identity, we have heard about the injustices and the discrimination. But there is a part of our history which your book addresses that is so magnificent and yet so devastating that it could change the way blacks and whites view each other. Yes, your book could literally bridge the gap of hate and hostility. Professor Sidney Holman devoured the book, Extinguish the Flames of Racial Prejudice, in one setting. It is, first of all, he said, a scholarly assembling of the records, the facts, and in this sense brilliantly and painfully recreates the events. No less, it speaks to larger and present-day issues of racial prejudice. A remarkable achievement, an honest, terrifying, yet strangely optimistic look at our heritage and, by extension, our future. Professor James Lowen wrote, saying, I think you do a service by making available the primary sources that disprove the neo-Confederate myths that have been spread about the disgraceful episode. You also connect the various sources in a telling way. Jon Rahl wrote David Ndilei, saying, I want to thank you for participating in the documentary Rebel Force. Your inclusion is a tremendous compliment to this extraordinary piece. Jim and Marianne Petty have the artifacts and David Ndilei has the documents. What brought them together was the idea of using the artifacts in a movie. Hate groups threatened and followed the Pettys, and the FBI and Klan Watch monitored the activity. Jim told Ndilei that the hate groups will do the same to him and that he should protect the documents. Jim Petty sent an email to David Ndilei telling him that Roy Campanella Jr. said that to do justice to the movie, it will have to be a feature film. Due to other commitments, Jim said Campanella did not have time but to keep in touch. Michael Nash has been a mentor to David Ndilei. Michael wanted to make a documentary about Fort Pillow. He had everyone on board, and the project was moving forward, but came to an end when the one that was to provide the money was unable to do so.